Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Kaguya Was Naruto's Mother. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because after this I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Had Multiple People sealed inside of him. So stay in tune for that. And over on Anime King 2, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Was Taken by Orochimaru, and also What If Naruto Was Trained by Gods. So stay in tune for that guys, and I hope you enjoy each and every episode. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And remember to comment down below and tell me. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's begin this new episode, shall we?
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last time we left off, Kaguya told Naruto and Hagoromo that a monster was coming. It seems a tree came to life and it wants its chakra from both Naruto and Hagoromo. Kaguya power is the same as a tree, so if she fight it, she would be only adding power to it. And if she get anywhere near it, it will absorb her power, killing her. So she couldn't help them in the upcoming battle, but she's going to train them. After that, they left the monastery. As years pass, as both boys grow up, as they spend time in the local village exploring the world so they can blend in with the humans. And Hagoromo and Kaguya have different ideals on peace. Kaguya wants to bring peace by force, and Hagoromo wants to bring peace by love and calming everyone down. But Naruto realized that you cannot bring peace by love. The people of the world is too hateful and vulgar, as he noticed that when they tried to rob him, as he beat up the mobs and saved a little girl and brought her home, as the father thanked him. And Naruto used a spear metal in the metal shop that the father owned, as he was able to bend metal to his will. Right now, Naruto has all type of ability. We then had another time skip, as both boys are fully grown, and they are facing off against the Jubi, as they saw the giant 10 tails heading for them. As the Jubi released a blast that hit Naruto head on, as Hagoromo thought that his brother was dead, as he went into a fit of rage and blew the Jubi away with his almighty push. He wasn't done there, but Jubi brought up his tail as he was about to smack it down on Hagoromo. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode, shall we? Chains came from Hagoromo's arm and wrapped around the Jubi, but he forgot one of the tails as he saw the tail coming, and he was too late to do anything as he closed his eyes waiting for the pain. But instead of him feeling the pain, it was a Jubi who felt pure pain. As Hagoromo opened his eyes as he was shocked to what he saw, metal broke from the ground and pierced through the tail, stopping it. "Hagoromo, you should really move your ass out of the way," said Naruto, as he had several cuts over him and his shirt was ripped, but it was healing thanks to his healing ability. "Naruto, how?" Hagoromo asked, confused. "A chakra shield," said Naruto. "Now, do me a favor and move your ass." As Hagoromo released his chains and jumped away, as the Jubi was stepping and destroying everything. As the Jubi snapped the metal into pieces, as Naruto and Hagoromo jumped back, as the Jubi got back to his feet. "Hagoromo, we must set up the seal. It is obvious that we have no other option but the seal," said Naruto. "Yes, I agree. I will start to set up the seal now, while you keep it in this area." Naruto dashed forward towards the 10 tails, as the 10 tails was watching him with his eye, as the 10 tails now knew that these two was a threat to him, and he had to take them down to receive back his chakra. As Hagoromo jumped away, as he started to set up all the seals, to seal away the 10 tails. Naruto's eyes then flashed green as a tornado created in front of him as he made it larger and larger, adding more chakra as he then pushed it towards the Ten Tails. As Naruto's eyes then changed, one of them was now a fiery red and the other one was pure black with a white pupil. As Naruto took in a deep breath as the Jubi just stood there, as Naruto then released black flames. The flames of the Amaterasu, the black flames of hell. As the black flames mixed with the tornado as they were now rapidly going towards Jubi. As the tornado of black flames smashed into the Ten Tails as it roared in pain as it was getting burned and healed by the same time. As the Ten Tail pushed off its flesh where it was burning by the black flames. As Naruto raised both of his hands as a giant piece of the earth came out as he thrust his arm forward, smashing the rock into the Jubi. As Naruto then jumped up as he slammed both hands together as he then brought them down as his eyes flashed pink as crystals erupted all around the Jubi, trapping it. As the Ten Tail roared, trying to break out of the crystal, and it then stopped. As Naruto knew that he was up to something, there was no way it would give up so easily, so it must be doing something, he thought. As Naruto watched as the Ten Tail formed smaller version of itself that were able to slip through the crystals. As the clones were of different shape and sizes, some of them, their hands were made out of ox, some of them had 4 legs, some of them had 2, some of them had 3, they were all made differently. Hagoromo! Naruto screamed. He has minions! Hagoromo stopped as he saw the Ten Tails minions as he brought his hand down on the ground. Summoning, he said, as there was a poof. When the smoke was clear, there was a massive amount of animals. Some of them were mythical and some of them were animals that you could find anywhere. There were dragons, phoenix, tigers, turtle, frogs, snake, eagles, wolf, lion, bear, raven, and others. Some of these summonings even have weapons like katanas. I need all of you to help my brother from the Jubi minions. My brother need to restrain the Jubi while I perform the seal. Now go, Hagoromo said. As Hagoromo started to carve the seals into the ground as the animals sped off. Meanwhile, Naruto had his hands together as he was holding the Jubi with the crystal as he was pumping chakra into it as he looked at the minions coming towards him. He then heard something behind him as he turned around as he saw the summons. The Jubi slammed his body on the crystal, breaking one of them as Naruto quickly turned his attention to the Jubi. But it was too late as the Jubi flexed and break through the crystals as he was now free as Naruto glared at the beast. As the Jubi then brought down his tails, but Naruto quickly avoided the tails as he was planning what to do next. As the Jubi then opened its mouth and revealed a plant mouth as Naruto was confused, but then you remember that the Jubi was once a tree. As it then started to collect chakra at the end of the plant. It was much bigger than the one before as Naruto had a feeling that his chakra shield wouldn't block this one as it was forming into a ball, but Naruto was starting to get worried as the chakra that was forming was destroying the ground underneath it. Seeing that, Naruto held his hand together as he created a beam of light. Eat this, he shouted as he fired it at the beast bomb as it exploded right in front of the Ten Tail's face. As the Ten Tail was caught in the ground zero of the attack, as it is going to get the worst of it. All of the summonings quickly poofed away as the Ten Tail spawns got blown and destroyed. As Naruto quickly called upon a large amount of his chakra and created a shield of chakra to protect himself. Even Hagoromo, who was a distance away, got knocked back as he quickly got back up and continued his seals. When Naruto opened back his eyes, all he saw was a bright light as the light slowly vanished as the Jubi had taken damage as it had cuts and scratches all over his body. As he saw the Jubi slowly making its way towards Hagoromo, who was still drawing the seals, As Hagoromo was cursing, one swipe from the Jubi's tail could destroy the seals. As Hagoromo then sensed Naruto, as the ten tails stopped and turned around, as he looked towards Naruto. Just a little bit more, I need more time, Naruto, said Hagoromo as he continued with the seals. As Naruto nodded as he slammed his hand on the ground, the earth beneath the Jubi then rised up, knocking it off balance. As Naruto slammed his hand again, as a giant propeller teared from the ground, slapping the Jubi away. As Naruto then took in a deep breath, as he blew lava out of his mouth on the ten tails. As the beast roared in pain, as Naruto was aiming it on the uncovered part of the Jubi, as the lava started to get hardened by the cool air. As Naruto then slammed his hand on the ground as his eyes flashed blue as water erupted from the ground as it cooled the lava. As the Jubi started to shake and break out of the hardening lava, as Naruto slammed his hand together again, as the earth behind him then rose. As Naruto was using his chakra to lift up a giant earth spear, as he brought it down on the Jubi, smashing it hard. But the Jubi quickly came back to his senses as he used his tails and slapped the rock to pieces. The Jubi then get pissed as it started to run towards Hagoromo. It's just moving wild. Hagoromo, now, Naruto said. 1 more minute, said Hagoromo. You don't have a minute, Naruto yelled. Make one, said Hagoromo. As Naruto thought about it, what should he do right now? As he quickly channeled chakra to his arm, as he knew there was one element he could do to try and make a minute right now. As the ground beneath the Jubi then break open, as wooden tentacles came from the ground and wrapped around the Jubi as it was pulling him straight down into the ground. As Naruto sweat as he was holding down the Biju, as he felt the beast's power being suppressed. But he couldn't think about that now, as he was holding down the giant ten tails. Hagoromo, he screamed. I'm done, said Hagoromo. Naruto, step out of the circle, now, Hagoromo said. As Naruto jumped back, alright, when it's about to get sealed, you need to release it or it will interfere with the seal. Right? Got it, said Naruto. As Hagoromo then slammed his hand on the symbol, as a circle around the Jubi then started to light up. As Hagoromo then ripped off his shirt as chains shot from his stomach and went towards the Jubi. Naruto, let him go now! Hagoromo yelled as Naruto released the wood binds, as the chains wrapped around the Jubi. As the chains stabbed themselves inside the Jubi's legs, his arm, and his tails, and his head. As the Jubi tried to attack them, but these chains were draining its chakra. As the Jubi tried to get release, but it couldn't. Its chakra was being sucked too quickly. As the Jubi made a vow, he knew one day he will return, and when he do, he will make these humans pay, whether they're descendants or anything belonging in their family bloodline, he will make them pay. As the Jubi then started to lose muscle, as it started to get skinny, as it then turned to a creature with a cone on its back, it still had the tails flowing behind him. As it was struggling against the chains, it then stopped as it looked at Naruto and Hagoromo, as it glared at them with so much hate, as it let loose one more roar before his chakra was drained into Hagoromo, who then collapsed out of pain. If Hagoromo would have stayed awake a little longer, he would have seen when the Jubi roared, Naruto accidentally stepped into the circle, as a large chunk of the Jubi's chakra break off from Hagoromo and got absorbed into Naruto. As Naruto felt a shooting pain came up his leg, as he looked down to realize that he was in the circle. As Naruto quickly dropped to his knees, oh shit, he thought, as he felt pain coursing through his body as he passed out. Sometime later, Hagoromo woke up as he let out a sigh of pain. He tried to sit up, but a hand on his chest placed him back down, as he felt a cool sensation spread across his chest to the rest of his body as he started to feel the pain slowly faded. Relax, Hagoromo, said Naruto. Naruto, is that you? Hagoromo said, as he could barely see, his vision was blurry. No, it's me, the mighty Ten Tails. Bow before me, you puny mortal. Hagoromo chuckled in reply. That was his brother. Only he can joke about something like that. As he then quickly snapped his eyes open as he pushed away Naruto and got up. Naruto, the Ten Tails, what happened? Hagoromo asked. Don't worry, Hagoromo, the sealing worked. The Ten Tail is sealed. However, there were side effects from the sealing, said Naruto. Tell me, Hagoromo said as he looked at Naruto. Nothing serious, Hagoromo, it's just small, physical changes as I can tell, Naruto said. What changes? Hagoromo asked. Your skin. It turned grey, and you have a marking on your forehead. It's the shape of a red Rinnegan. Hagoromo didn't say anything for a while as he thought about it, as Naruto looked over the destruction. What about my chakra? Hagoromo asked, knocking Naruto out of his thoughts. As far as I know, it's fine, said Naruto. As for the Jubi's chakra, it's there, but he's just sitting there, not doing anything. If I had to guess, I say that its consciousness is still in the statue, so you have full control over the chakra. Statue? What statue? Hagoromo asked. As Naruto pointed behind him as Hagoromo turned around, as his eyes went wide. As the Jubi seemed to revert to a human form into a wooden statue with hands and legs. As Hagoromo then spoke, Naruto, if I tell you that I had an idea to make this world a better place, would you support my decision? As Naruto looked at him curiously, that depends, Hagoromo. Would I like the idea that you have? As Hagoromo then vanished, as he appeared behind Naruto and used the robot path as two hands came from his side and wrapped around Naruto. Hagoromo, what are you doing? Naruto asked, as Hagoromo started to drain Naruto's chakra. What the hell are you doing? This, Hagoromo said, creation of all path. As purple flame was created, as it then started to spin around, condensing into a ball. As Naruto felt the chakra in the air rising, Hagoromo was doing something that was affecting the world on a massive scale. The level of chakra kept rising so much that Naruto was surprised he couldn't see it. The chakra kept rising and rising and rising, and then it was gone. Just like that, all the chakra in the air, it was gone, vanished. As the arms around Naruto disappeared, as Naruto spun around and grabbed Hagoromo. What did you do? What the hell did you just do? Naruto shouted. As Hagoromo was sweating slightly, whatever he just did take a lot out of him. Before Hagoromo could answer, a voice cut him off. Yes, Hagoromo. What did you do? Said Kaguya as she arrived. As Naruto released Hagoromo and stepped back, allowing him to explain. I took a step towards peace, he said. What was that step? Naruto asked. And explain why I can feel multiple chakra signatures on the mainland, said Kaguya. What? Said Naruto. Multiple chakra signatures? The only other beast that had chakra besides them was the Ten Tails, and it was currently sealed, and the summons, and they weren't here. As it then hit Naruto. You gave regular people the ability to use chakra, he shouted. What? Said Kaguya. Hagoromo, you better tell me that he's lying. As Hagoromo didn't answer. What the hell did you do? Kaguya yelled. You gave those people the privilege to use chakra? The same people who has turned everything into a weapon? As Kaguya didn't give Hagoromo a chance to respond. Are you an idiot? I did it to promote peace, said Hagoromo with a bit of anger in his voice. If you let me explain, you will realize that I have. Find a way for people to connect using chakra. If I can teach them this. Then what? Said Naruto as he cut off Hagoromo, as pure anger was in his eyes. You gave everyone the ability to use chakra, not just the man, the woman and the children, but the low-life that hide in the shadows. What the hell do you think they will do with chakra? They will use it for their own gain. You say you will teach people how to connect with chakra, but what about those you can't teach, or those who don't want your teaching? You gave them chakra with the same potential as mine and yours. What if someone gains the Rinnegan? What if everyone gained the same power as us? Naruto said in an angry tone. No one will ever gain as much chakra as us. That I know for sure, Hagoromo said in a confident tone. As for someone gaining the same ability as us, if I can teach them how to use Ninshu, my way will connect the people under— No! Kaguya yelled, interrupting Hagromo. You don't get it, she said. With enough time, people will turn chakra into a weapon. Your Ninshu will be turned into something that will bring war to this land. And it will all be because of you, for giving people chakra. You think they can bring peace with that? They will only bring war and hate. This is why peace will never be achieved without force, said Kaguya, as she turned around. From this moment on, you're not my son, Hagromo, she said. As she didn't turn around to see Hagromo's blank face, or Naruto, who was shocked as hell as he couldn't believe what his mother just said. Let's go, Naruto, she said, as she started to walk away. But she heard no footsteps behind her. Naruto, she said. No, Mom. As Kaguya turned around, as Hagromo looked at Naruto, hoping that Naruto would be on his side. For so long, he whispered, I have tried to keep our family together. Yet I have watched both of you tear this family apart because of the way you want peace. Both of you have put your own goals, your own belief ahead of your family. You, Hagromo, you stole my chakra. You didn't even apologize for it. And you did all of this without saying anything, giving people chakra. As Naruto knew why Hagromo stole his chakra, Hagromo didn't know what the Jubi chakra will do, so that is why he didn't have enough to use his own, so he had to take Naruto's chakra, but Naruto still hated that. And you, Mom, you are willing to exile Hagromo from our family, because he did something that you didn't approve of, and you walk away like you haven't done anything wrong. As Naruto then turned around, so his back was facing the both of them. If both of you can put yourself before family, then so can I. As he took a deep breath, I cannot take this anymore. It's been 25 years, he said, since the both of us was born, and the both of you had different ideals on peace. And now the both of you tear this family apart with your ideals. I hope the both of you have a good life, because I won't be in it. As he bent his knees and then took off, used his wing manipulation to fly away. As he didn't look back, he just kept on flying. Both Hagromo and Kaguya stood there for several minutes after Naruto disappeared over the horizon, as Kaguya then walked away, not looking back either. Hagromo stood there for about an hour. I'm sorry, Naruto, he whispered, as no one was around to hear his apology, as he then looked at the statue of the Jubi, as he held out his hand as his staff appeared. As he walked off, he had to teach the world how to use chakra and bring peace by love. Long years later, 9 beasts surrounded a man, as all of them were very young, and these were the tail beasts. As Hagromo stood in the center, as Hagromo was in his late 60s, early 70s, as he looked at all the 9 tailed beasts around him. I don't have long anymore, he said. Even though you all have been separated, you will always be together, until eventually that time shall come when you will become one. You each carry a name and a different shape. All of you will be shown a righteous path. Haven't changed, huh? With your boring lecture, said a voice, as Hagromo turned to the darkness of the cave. As Hagromo couldn't believe it, he knew that voice. He hadn't heard it in years. As the tailed beasts were looking around as well. Naruto, Hagromo said. As the tailed beasts were confused. Did your father knew this person? And why they haven't met him before? As Naruto dropped down from the ceiling, as he was wearing a brown cloak, as Kurama growled, but Hagromo put up his hand, telling Kurama it was okay. Naruto, is that you? Hagromo asked again. Yes, brother. As the tailed beasts were surprised. Brother? How have you been, brother? Hagromo asked, as he wondered what his brother had been up to in the last 50 years. Terrible, Naruto said. Do you wish to talk about it? Hagromo asked. Naruto sighed. I killed Mom, he said, as that shocked Hagromo to his very core. As Hagromo couldn't believe that Naruto wouldn't do something like that. And if he did, why? What? Hagromo asked as he was still stunned. Several days ago, I was passing by where we battled the Jubi. The statue is still there. I saw Mom pacing back and front in front of the statue, and she had a long cord connected to it. It seems like it was keeping her alive or something like that. She was muttering about taking back chakra from the unworthy and getting back at all of them. When I went to confront her, it became obvious that she was unstable and insane. She kept going on that she was a true heir of chakra and that the both of us was chakra mistake. In the end, we fought and I killed her. There was some black substance that came off of her, but don't worry, I killed it. After that, I came looking for you to inform you about her death. Whether you care or not, she was still your mom. I see, Hagrumo said. I also came here to tell you about some developments that I have, and also tell you to get rid of that statue. I have already came up with the idea how to get rid of the statue and keep it out of anyone's hands. So what developments have you come up with? Naruto sighed as he brought his hands up to his hood as he pulled it back. As Hagrumo immediately took a step back, as his eyes were wide open. What the hell? He said, as the Bijus looked at Naruto. How is this possible? You haven't aged. He hasn't aged? The Bijus wondered. As Naruto looked the exact same when they attacked and fought the Ten Tails. As Hagrumo knew that Naruto should be in his late 60s. What happened, Naruto? Are you immortal? Hagrumo asked. To answer your question, I highly doubt that I'm immortal. I just stopped aging, and I have no wish to test if I'm truly immortal by trying to kill myself. That day, when we were fighting the Ten Tails, when you were sealing away the chakra inside yourself, the Jubi let off a roar, and it shook the ground, and I accidentally stepped into the circle. This caused a part of the chakra from the Jubi to break off and enter through my foot. Thankfully, my chakra break it down and assemble it in my body. And my theory is that the Jubi chakra increased my healing to an extreme level, and my healing is constantly rejuvenating my body cells, allowing me to keep my youth, most likely forever. A few years after the battle, I started to gain some new abilities that I never had before. Some of my abilities also mutated and some of them are different. However, it did awaken something in me that I recognized. As Naruto focused his chakra to his eyes as the veins came on the side of his face, as he had the same white eye as his mother, the chakra from the Jubi must have activated it. I also gained the ability to turn my body into elements. For example, I can turn myself into water or earth. Seeing that, Naruto held his hand together as he created a beam of light. "Eat this!" he shouted as he fired it at the beast bomb, as it exploded right in front of the Ten Tails' face. As the Ten Tail was caught in the ground zero of the attack, as it is going to get the worst of it. All of the summonings quickly poofed away as the Ten Tails spawns got blown and destroyed. As Naruto quickly called upon a large amount of his chakra and created a shield of chakra to protect himself. Even Hagoromo, who was a distance away, got knocked back as he quickly got back up and continued his seals. When Naruto opened back his eyes, all he saw was a bright light as the light slowly vanished, as the Jubi had taken damage, as it had cuts and scratches all over his body. As he saw the Jubi slowly making its way towards Hagoromo, who was still drawing the seals. As Hagoromo was cursing, one swipe from the Jubi's tail could destroy the seals. As Hagoromo then sent Naruto, as the Ten Tails, and many more abilities. And I know that you already have a plan to take care of the statue. After defeating Mom, I saw many seals carved in the back of it. And because it's part God, I cannot destroy it. And also, I know that you're going to die, Hagoromo. You cannot hide anything from these eyes. As the tail beasts looked down as they were shocked. Is that true, old man? Are you going to die? And you weren't going to tell us? Asked Kurama. As Naruto looked at the fox, As Naruto then chuckled, "What's so funny?" Hagoromo asks. "Well, I don't think you're that old. Take away some of the wrinkles, and you might look about 90 years old." As Hagoromo just sighed, as he then looked at Kurama. "Yes, Kurama, I am dying. Over the years my body has come reliant on the Jubi's chakra, and now that it's gone, it's slowly breaking away. If you seal one of us inside of you, will that help?" asked Kurama. "I am sorry, Kurama, but your chakra is different from the Jubi. My body requires the same chakra as the Jubi. So I'm going to pass away in a few years. This is exactly why I wanted to get rid of that statue," Naruto said. "Because if you die, I would have to hide it somewhere in the elemental nations. And that's a bad idea. And I know you have a plan, and it must be better than mine." "Very well, let's go, Naruto." As he then turned to the Bijous, "You may stay here if you wish, or you may go. But no, I will be back by nightfall." As Hagoromo started to walk towards the entrance, but Naruto placed a hand on his shoulder. "I have a faster way to travel." As the shadows of the room started to engulf Naruto and then Hagoromo, as the Bijou's eyes went wide, and with that the both of them sink into the floor. But guys, and we end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification as they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform, and stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way. And I hope you enjoy each and every one of them. But for now, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails.